This company proved you could introduce a product into a heavily saturated market by focusing on building brand equity. They are projected to generate over $50 million in sales by the end of this year. Let's dive into Ghost, coming right up. What's up, everyone? Sean Azari here. I'm with Matt Skopak.
What's going on, everyone?
Welcome to Deep Dive episode 40, where we dive into businesses like Ghost and dive into their marketing and business strategies such that you can take these strategies and implement them into your business. Ghost is actually a brand that I heard from you, Skopak, in I don't know if it was the last episode or like the last 3 episodes. You mentioned it and you're like, oh, I love this product. And we're talking about obviously another brand, but then it caught my attention. I got into it because I seen a lot of gamers post about it, less than fitness athletes. They started, I believe, in 2016, correct?
Yes, by Hughes Daniel Laurenco.
And I'll say that, you know, they are more of like the urban pop art style theme where they're like, you know, they focus more on the millennial side, correct?
Exactly, yeah. They target that 14 to 28 age range.
Their mantra, be seen, as you can see, like you can see the ghost on the can for those that are watching on YouTube. And it's basically what that mantra is, from what I believe, from what I was reading, is, you know, we're all ghosts until we introduce ourselves. We're basically prove our existence, and that's like, you know, success, and that adrenaline gets us there. Like, we want to always be energized to be our best and so forth. So that's how I look at it. I love that type of mantra that they have. Is there anything else we could add some context and to then talk about their branding? And plus, guys, this is a huge industry. I believe it's a $16.7 billion industry. And, you know, as we were saying in the headline, is, you know, there's so many supplement lines. There's tons out there. But they're really showing that just, you know, by building their brand, by doing these vlogs, which we'll talk about, and aligning with their audience, they can stand out. And that's what they're doing.
Smart partnerships with upcoming trendy industries. And they're making even better partnerships with iconic flavors, which we're going to dive into.
So let's actually dive into number one.
Number one. Seek out licensing deals with the CBG portfolios that own the iconic brands. And I believe this is really how Ghost Lifestyle came and basically overtook the sports supplement markets. So they paired with like Sour Heads, they paired with Chips Ahoy's.
Like this one over here is Warheads.
This is Sour Patch Kids. So they took not only the candy iconic brands, but the cereal iconic brands. So the candy ones really focus on like the BCAAs and their pre-workouts. And then the cereal brands like Chips Ahoy. I'm not sure if they have an Oreo one, but they have a Nutter Butter one. They literally overtaken the protein powders because they resemble. People see the flavorings, they're familiar with the flavorings, and it's not like the vanilla or chocolate ones that are boring. They're the ones that really introduce pairing these iconic cereal brands, flavors with protein powder and with sports supplements. So that is something that they've done great, is they partnered, paid for these partnerships, and they've totally taken over the market. So when you are creating any type of product or whatnot, if you can provide a partnership where you can stand out because people's, I guess, past interactions really gives you a heads up on your competition.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it with all these brands. I've seen it with, like, we didn't even talk about this brand. Iconic does it with like Muhammad Ali. That's one of their license. Gary Vaynerchuk. You bringing like licensing deals such that people are familiar with could obviously increase your sales, but also
it brings you authenticity. It brings you like proven, like even if you're a new company brand or a new product, if you can partner with a older brand or flavor or something like that, it brings instant quality control.
Because that's that nostalgic, also that nostalgic feeling. Like you recognize these brands, and now you're introducing into a new product, which is going to definitely help you dominate in the industry. Number 2, create a TV show, aka vlog series. Ghost does this. They have actually one of their series is called, I believe it's Building the Brand, where you actually see, you know, like a daily lifestyle of their employees, their interactions with the influencers. Like, let's say if they have an interview with them, they're recording the interview. It's really like a TV show. You know who does this really well is Gary Vaynerchuk. He has his daily vlog, or he used to, where you see him throughout the day, how he's building a business. You see some of the meetings that he has, which is, again, what it's doing there. It's having people see what else is behind the brand. Who else is behind the brand? What are they doing? So this is other ways of standing out. You know, I've said this a long time ago, and I've actually a video out there that said, every brand needs a TV show. And if you could do that, that's gonna help you stand out in the market. I mean, that's just like, you know, just recording your day and then eventually talking about your day and how it went. Some people can't afford a videographer following them around and so forth. They can, they have the financials to do so. However, you can still record your day, at least have the footage. So at one point, if you wanna create a series, you have that footage to back it up. You wanna tell that story. Those B-rolls are gonna be necessary for you for the future, especially you know, starting at the brand, like showing you how you're making the product, behind the scenes, all that. That's cool stuff. People love that. Another thing I want to highlight, I love how they use a lot of YouTube lingo. One of the videos I saw, I believe one of the guys said, it's mail time, and where they're opening up boxes and so forth. I used to watch this YouTuber, Casey Neistat. He was one of the first original YouTubers out there that he introduced that. It's like a thing now, it's a trend. So, you know, it's exciting. It's not just like about the product and so forth, but it's also what they're doing and bringing these lingos into the market.
Yeah. All right. Perfect.
I have nothing to say there.
Nothing to say.
All right.
Stunned.
But first, before we go to number 3, can we try one of these?
I'm going with the...
How's that?
This is the Sour Patch of Blue Raz. Wow.
Ooh, like
Sounds
that snap.
refreshing.
Let me see. Honestly, it tastes like a warhead. It does, one.
I'm good. I'm sick, as you can tell from my
yeah.
voice. Even though Sean's he's an animal, he doesn't get sick ever.
Well, if I gave it to you, you would be...
Yeah, but now you can't drink them all.
Yeah.
But let's go. Number 3. Transparency is the future of successful brands. So we see a lot of this, and we talk a lot about sustainability. I think another emerging category, really, in like especially food brands or supplement brands, is transparency. And what Ghost has done from the beginning is they're very transparent with their ingredients. A lot of supplements, if you know supplements, they have these proprietary blends in them, which basically is a mix of all different chemicals, supplement vitamins and things like that they call proprietary. And they don't tell you the amount of milligrams of any of the vitamins or supplements in them, and they really don't tell you the ingredients in them. So what Ghost does, that is basically one of the first, I'm sure a lot of other have done this now, is they just list all the ingredients, and they don't have proprietary blends. So you know exactly what's in it and basically what, supplements or vitamins you're getting. So this is something that is very important, especially with the younger generation that they're focusing on. They want to know exactly what they're having, what chemicals they're taking in, and it's really the newest trend in moving forward, probably into the future.
Yeah, they're not afraid of people copying them. I mean, they're not doing anything new except the fact that they're licensing all these nostalgic brands into their can, which no one else can do with their partnerships, because they probably have an exclusive partnership with them for beverages as well. So they're not afraid, and being transparent is key, especially if it aligns with what they're saying, like vegan friendly, gluten free, and so forth. They don't care if someone copies their formula. However, we don't want to confuse you. Proprietary blends obviously is a great thing. If you have the secret sauce, like Feet did,
they have some.
with their,
they have some. Let's see. If I look on the back, they have some trademarks. The Neurofactor, which is a coffee fruit extract. Estrogen, which is another, I guess, chemical that they patented.
And I believe on their website, they actually educate you with what these supplements are.
Yep, exactly.
So again, it's all about the education, teaching your consumer what these ingredients are and what they actually do for you, if they're healthy or not, and so forth. So it aligns with their energy.
If you look at their back, they're very friendly in terms of like vegan friendly, gluten-free, soy-free, sugar-free. So that's another big thing with transparency, is they also cater to a lot of, I guess, lifestyles, which Ghost lifestyle makes sense.
Yeah. Number 4, implement pre-marketing techniques before introducing your product. So what Ghost does is, before they're about to launch a new product, they're really educating the consumer, or pumping up the consumer of the launch date. So you'll see a bunch of these posts. And also on YouTube, they're talking about, the upcoming product. So their audience is aware of the product, and also they're familiar with what it is, like what's in it. This is a great way to increase your sales right away and to get rid of inventory. I should do that as well. It's actually a smart technique because you could just post it once, people are not going to see it. You could run creative ads, yeah, that works too. But really educating consumer, it takes multiple steps. They have to really see, it's not just one post or one video and so forth. You really want to, especially with this stuff, but you could do it with almost any product, create a story around it and pump up your audience. Obviously, you want to get rid of your inventory, so you start working on building up more of your product or working on the next thing.
Agreed. I agree on all points. Number 5, use powerful branding techniques to stand out. So this is something that I think probably the biggest game changer for Ghost is their branding is on point, and if it's in a case of different drinks or on the supplement shelf, they stand out. So why do they stand out? So the ladder or the I guess the steps of what makes something stand out is color, shape, symbols, and words. So as you can see, the first thing is colors. There is no supplement company out there or even drink out there, when I show you the B-roll of this picture right here, that stand out more than Ghost. The color
In that store.
in that store.
In that store, correct.
In any store probably, and on that shelf. So as soon as someone walks down the aisle or looks in the drink shelf, the first thing that's going to pop into their eye is the color, is this can. And then they're going to see Sour Patch Kids. That's a similar, very common. Everyone knows probably what Sour Patch Kids is. So now you've got them to look at you, and then you prove that, hey, you're a serious brand, or you have serious, I guess, with brand power, I would say.
Yeah. Well, the coloring?
The flavoring as well.
Exactly. But also their market, and this goes into my next bullet point, but their market is gamers, right? What are gamers, their gaming setup is?
Fitness and gamers.
Fitness and gamers. But for them to differentiate their product, they really dominated the gaming industry, which is a booming industry, which is, I guess that's my point, differentiating a product. And the way they do that is they're focusing on the gaming industry rather than the fitness industry, but they have both, like you said. And what I was saying before is there's so many fitness brands, but they're all marketing to fitness athletes versus gamers also want the adrenaline rush. They want the focus. They want all that. No one's creating a product for them. I'm sure they were using pre-workouts or just drinking Red Bull and the other generic.
Red Bull's probably something.
This is way cooler. This is for the gamers. And we spoke about this, other brands doing this, how they stood out. Like Untuck for an apparel brand, what do? They focused on people that don't want to tuck in their shirts and they tailored that. Those shirts already existed, but they just created a brand around that. Think of a way how you could differentiate your product, especially if it's saturated, and we're living in a saturated world of.
Not only that, think about how your product can be used in a different way than maybe might be obvious. So this used to be fitness, and now, okay, gaming industry. What's anything that could use energy? Anyone that could use energy. So, but that's the branding on Ghost is unmatched, especially nowadays with words as well. I think I said one of the branding techniques is words: soy-free, sugar-free, gluten-free, vegan-free. Those words are what people want to see. That's why you see energy, and then you see sugar-free right here, and then it's a win all the way around.
Not only on their products, but also on their social media. All these vibrant colors, and we talked about that as well. Recess does that, the drink Recess beverage. Vibrant colors does really well. It stands out. That's what catches people's attention. Not saying subtle colors doesn't work or minimal colors, especially if that's your brand, but this helps a lot, especially for their target market.
The flavoring is just huge. Just because everyone loves Sour Patch Kids, everyone loves Warheads, everyone loves cereal flavors. Like, if you say that flavor, people immediately recognize it, and you're basically to the top of the list. So
yeah,
that was number 5.
That was 5. Number 6.
Yep.
All right, that was 6. I did.
Oh,
I
you went into 6?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
6. But actually, let's. I got one more. Is build an app. Now that's if you can, and which you can. A lot of people think of a way of building an app, and Ghost does that. Ghost has a nice an app where they put out their content. They have a shop there, makes it easily accessible for their users. And I forgot, I think some of their videos as well, which goes into the content. Now, what are the benefits? You get when people have your app, you could create a great loyalty program, and you could push like these rewards. You could create a reward program, loyalty program, where you could, if they purchase a certain amount of products, they could get a free product. Or you could do in-app push notifications, which is something, Sweetberry, the business that Skopak and I are involved in.
They have a very successful high conversion rate on in-app notifications.
Yeah, you could do like a 24-hour flash deal, right? And everyone will get it on their mobile app, those users. You could increase your sales dramatically. So if you try to building an app, don't think it's going to cost you over $120,000 or more. You could actually build a relatively cheap cost, at least in the start, if you go on sites like Upwork, so forth. Don't take my word for it, but I know you can build apps at a decent rate, but you're also going to get what you pay for. So
guys, this was Ghost Lifestyle. You're going to see it soon. They just partner with, I think, Budweiser and AB. What's it called? AB BevTech, I think it's called.
I think Anheuser-Busch,
but they call their distributions called, I think, AB BevTech or something, which basically is the largest distribution of basically brands, especially alcohol or supplement drinks. So anytime you go into a convenience store, probably through the distribution of AB. So you're going to see this in every gas station, convenience store, and GNC, which they just signed in the beginning of this year. So watch for Ghost Lifestyle. You're going to see this all over the place, and you're going to see every teenager probably drinking it.
And I'm not going to lie, I might choose this as my energy drink from now on. I actually like Celsius too, which is another brand we may talk about in the future.
Love Celsius.
Yeah, that's another good, awesome brand. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked episode 40. And if you did, if you're listening to this on iTunes, Spotify, and so forth, please give us a 5-star review if you liked it. Share this podcast with other entrepreneurs that need help growing their business. And let us know what technique or branding strategy that you liked. Leave it in the comments. Tweet us. You could tweet at mskopak.
Yep.
Was it at m_Skopak? I forgot.
No, at mskopak.
At mskopak. Or at Sean_Azari. Or if you have any questions, or if you're watching this on YouTube, leave your questions or your comments down below. And subscribe for more weekly content. See you next week.